This market is in Surrey in England, and it's on the A3, so it's like a motorway, so it's a dual carriageway motorway, and the only way to really get here is by car. You have no other way of getting here, so not by public transport. You can't cycle because you can't cycle on a dual carriageway. You can't really walk on a dual carriageway, so yeah, definitely come here only by car, or for example, if you have a rental car, or I would say Uber, but I don't know how much of a chance you're gonna have an Uber on Sunday at 7 in the morning, and then plus for that Uber then to also take you back. So yeah, I think this is definitely a driving location. We've just got some petrol, and oh my god, the prices are so crazy. So I'm gonna tell you the prices in British pounds. So what you get is, as if there's any other pounds. Oh, there's no other pounds, are there? No. Came like any like overseas territory pounds? I don't know. Jersey pound. Oh yeah, you could I think get the Jersey pound. So for petrol 95, it £1 92 pence per litre. So right now we've topped up for £20 and 2 pence, and what we've got is 10 litres, .38, so crazy. And then for diesel, in case you're wondering, it's £1 and 94 pence. So yeah, pretty crazy prices. I still remember when prices were like £1. I mean, I don't know, like 10 years ago or so, 15 years ago, and I was like, wow, they're going over £1, because I was in the car with my parents. They're like, look, it's over £1. So now it is double that. Hooray! Now let's go to this market. I'm so excited, I'm so ready. I've got a big bag with me. And also the way you dress for these markets, I wouldn't say don't like dress anything too fancy. Expect your shoes to possibly get dirty, because a lot of the time these markets are on a field. It's very rare to get markets on like concrete, and plus you'll know that because you'll have a look at it before you go. So yeah, make sure to just dress comfy, and also just so you know, it can get pretty hot in the morning, so just like put a t-shirt on, but obviously a jacket, so something you can take off and on. Okay, let's go. So we are arriving at the booth fair. As you can see, it's absolutely packed. I can't tell how many cars there are, but it's a mixture of cars and vans. What you would usually see vans, they're commercial, and I tend to like going to the cars to see what people brought personally. So here we go, we've got a big queue to get in. There's toilets and there's places to eat. If you're on the more healthier side, maybe it's not for you, but if you love a good burger every now and then in the morning, then you can sure get one over here. There's tables and chairs. It's really well organized as well. You have stewards everywhere helping. It's £1, I think, to get in if you have a car. Some people do park them on the motorways if they... Oh, sorry. Where we are driving, as you can see, on like just... what is it? Earth, I suppose. Yeah, so some people do like to... park their car on the motorway to save themselves £1, but hey, it's hard times, so you gotta do what you gotta do. So here we are, we park on a huge field. There's a lot of cars, and I will say that the kind of cars that you're getting are actually, compared to say previous years, you see a lot more fancier cars, more BMWs, Range Rovers, Audis. So you do really get a variety of people coming here who just sometimes even enjoy a boot fair. So this is not necessarily if you've got absolutely nothing, this is your last resort, you would come here. And the fair is over there. Let's go. And look, it's a beautiful day. Look at the sky. No, we are not in Spain, we are in England. It's beautiful today. Do you want about that one? No?
15.
How much do you want for these?
160.
Okay. So I have done almost half of the boot fair at the moment. I admit I haven't purchased anything. Reason being is I haven't really spotted anything that I would like. And also I am trying to adopt minimalism in some form at least. So that's why I haven't purchased much yet. But if I see a bargain, something really good for me, or something that will have some value in the future, I will for sure buy it. But yeah, here I am. Beautiful day. It's huge. I wish I had a drone to show you just how huge this boot is. It's on a big field and it's really well organized. It's all very civil, as you can hear. Yeah, just really nice. It's a mix of commercial and personal sellers. I prefer the personal sellers because you tend to find a good deal. But yeah, really nice atmosphere. And actually one thing I did notice is that people have now started selling food. Before it was quite restricted in terms of whether you can sell food, just obviously because of safety, health reasons. But now they must have got a license and you can sell them. So yeah, but you can find yourself some really good bargains. Like, yeah, stuff that are online so expensive, but here you just get yourself some really good deals. Now at boot fairs, it's really important to bargain. So whatever price you're given, I would automatically half it. So if somebody says 20, I would actually even say 10, unless you think that they're really not going to go with 10 and you just don't want to annoy them. Like I just did with the Doc Martens, but otherwise try and say, for example, if they say 10, 20, say 10. If they say 10, say 5. If they say 2, say 1. Just to see if you can get a better deal, because at the end of the day you're here to get a good deal, so don't feel like you're being cheeky or anything by asking for a lower price. And if they don't give it to you straight away, unless there's somebody right next to you like saying we're gonna buy it, or unless you really want it, otherwise you can just have a walk around, have a double think about it, and then see, and then by that point you might see that they'll actually lower their prices too. So yeah, let's keep on looking. Look at that vintage pram. Wow, very cool. Those are very expensive.
Yeah, it's
wow.
Don't want to do it. It'll blow over. It'll blow over. They call it.
dogs are allowed, but they have to be on a lead. So if you bring your dog, make sure it's okay around lots of feet, walking up and down constantly, and that you're fine to keep it on a lead for however long you're here, for half an hour or an hour. As you can see, for example, you have brand new Range Rovers here. You have a real mixture of people. It's like a cool Volkswagen van. So yeah, you get a big mix of people. And you just never know what you can expect to find. Of course, you might go with like specific intentions of what you might want to find, but in general, you can really find anything. So yeah, but if you really need something very specific, I would also have a backup. So for example, it's a Sunday and you need it for Sunday. So if you can't find it here, make sure you have a backup, because obviously it's sometimes awesome finding things here, but at the same time, it's not guaranteed. So. Excuse me, how much would you like for the dress? This
The cream one's
£30.
£700.
Yeah.
Amanda Wakeley.
Yeah. Yeah. Amanda Wakeley dress, £30.
She was a model and
What's she?
yeah, there's some really nice things.
So there's lots of pieces here, and actually if you like vintage, it is possible for you to find vintage as well. So yeah, this could be quite a good place to find vintage, because vintage can tend to be very expensive. Like look at this, for example, that could look nice, right? Sparkly. Let's see what else they have. Like this is like Zadig Voltaire, but it's kind of the tags being put on the other way around, which will just make me uneasy about buying it in terms of it being fake. Let's see, where is this dress from? I can't see. It is nice though, right? Have a look at it. Sometimes some things you can tell, like zips. Look, McQueen jeans, there you go. Those are nice. Look, this is a nice Marella skirt. Emma Marella. So I don't know where these things come from. But this looks like it's real fur actually. How much would you like for these jeans?
20 is the best running song.
Yeah. So for example, these jeans right here would be £20. Okay, thank you. I'll have to think about it. Obviously you can get good deals, but I always expect to pay significant. Car boot sale, just because England, especially London, has some really good charity shops or thrift stores. and you can often find really amazing designer brands, especially if you are in central London, so the areas of Kensington, Chelsea. So you would have no issue finding brands such as Sandro, Maget, a lot of those types of brands, and then of course you occasionally vary, but when I say occasionally, it can be quite often when you would see something like McQueen. And for example, for a pair of McQueen jeans I would expect to pay around 25, and this is for things that have been like steamed in the charity shop and everything, so I certainly wouldn't expect to pay that price in a flea market or boot fair. So let's keep on going and find some bargains, because I still haven't bought anything. I'm thinking whether I should go and get the Doc Martens, but I will definitely want them for 15, not 20, because I've never owned any, so I'm not sure if they're really my style or not, but I just still want to try them. So let's go. God, look at that really cool helmet. Wow, that's so cool. I don't know where, I think it's a horse riding helmet. I don't know if I would ever use it. Well, I wouldn't probably, but it's cool. But I know you shouldn't really buy helmets if you don't know, but especially for motorbike helmets, because you don't know if somebody's had a crash in them or not, whether they're still protective. But that was a pretty cool helmet. Let's see what else they have. These Converse. Let's see what size they are. UK 6. They're pretty worn. If you actually also quite like, if you want some, I don't know, set of dining set or so, you might be able to get something, because I know they're quite expensive. Furniture, I wouldn't say it's anything modern, but if you like wood, or if you just want anything, then this could be quite good as well. Look at these cool guys. Who wants to be an action hero? Who's that? Something of America, Batman, Spider-Man, Hulk, and Spider-Man. Pretty cool. Let's keep on going. And you can definitely find yourself lots of fakes here as well. Yeah, this is, so yeah, it's
Nice try.
almost anything. There you go. Look at this. Dior, everything. You can find this all here. And in terms of quality, actually, they are, well, obviously if you know Dior, or if you know your designers, then you will know it's fake. But if you don't, and you feel like you need this designer stuff, then you can sure find it here. You don't have to go somewhere really far away where they sell fake stuff anymore to buy it. All can be found locally. I always find odd buying a puzzle anywhere secondhand, or even in a shop, but you know, if it's like being opened, because you always have a feeling that, oh, there's just going to be that one piece right in the middle, the eye, something that's going to be missing. So yeah, I don't often buy, or hardly, I don't think I've ever bought a secondhand puzzle for that reason. Lots of toys actually, if you have kids and you want to come and buy some stuff, because toys can be extremely expensive, and then most of the time you don't use them after a year or something. The child grows out of them, so you can definitely find things over here. See, right here at this booth, everything's very multicultural. You see a lot of people from all walks of life coming together with one cause: to find a bargain. Okay, let's see what beauties we can find. Coats can be quite good, because you know coats are quite expensive. So if you don't want to spend a lot of money on a coat, and it's not really that difficult to dry clean them, for example, and to wear them. There you go, buy yourself a couple of coats, save a bit of money there now and then before you know it, you've got your first flood deposit. Look at that beautiful husky. Yeah, so all the dogs that you see here, you can of course bring them, but make sure that they are on a lead. And the only trouble I've ever seen is when two dogs bark with one another, which is just them saying hello. So you are totally okay to bring your dog over here. And actually, if you really like vintage, I think this is an awesome place for anybody who's into vintage. So you can for sure find it. And yeah, you see you got lots of Nike trainers and all that there. So you've definitely got a lot of fakes as well, but just in advance know that, especially if you see stores like this, you know, that look like they're a little mini market. These are professional sellers, and if you see like them selling like 10 pairs of Nike trainers all boxed brand new or Dior, then I would say for sure that they are fake. For example, something like this is a big seller, but I would say I think almost all of this looks authentic, even though I know even the cheaper brands can be fake these days. That's one way to be patriotic to your country. So yeah, you can find lots. Look at this. This is really cool, right? So this is kind of the final area. Let's get an observatory. See? Lots. Look, this is for example £25 for these two. So you can hang them on your wall. Very cool. Ooh, look at these chairs. How much are they? £10 chair. They're a bit wobbly, but I suppose you can replace the legs. Oh, that's way too much for me to look through. I'm really lazy sometimes when it comes to looking through, because it's quite difficult trying to look through like a really huge rail without everything just dropping and then you're kind of picking it up. I would suggest don't overpack your rail, which makes it difficult. You just want people to see exactly what you have, so then they quickly just snap it up and buy it. And actually, if you did want to sell here, it's probably better to come for around 6 a.m. So for example, if you should come now, maybe a bit too late, so come for 6 in the morning, and it might cost I think about £10. And then yeah, you can start selling. Oh, they have lots of makeup, but I don't tend to buy makeup in these places just because you don't know how old it is, whether it's dried out. So, but there's definitely makeup. Look over here, we have some costumes. This is cool. Sparkly, sparkly. Let's see what this person has. Look at this outfit. Whoa! So if you want something really bright, you might be able to find something here. Look, this one looks busy. Oh, So as you can see, some stuff are really expensive. I could probably find that in a charity shop in Chelsea, which is a really expensive area in London, for probably around £10. So of course the prices that you're given, if it just sounds too high, definitely don't buy it, because you're here for a bargain and not to just overpay for something. Right, let's see what else they have. Yeah, not that much. The last time I've been to a boot fair was maybe around 4 years ago, and since then I've been trying to really declutter a lot of my things, selling them and just minimizing the amount of things I've had since I've downsized. So now it was a bit of fun to come here, but at the same time it's like my objectives for purchases have changed. So now some things I'm looking at, I'm like, no. Whereas I would have bought some things like 5 years ago, I won't now. So that's a good money saving tip. Only buy if you really need it, and save up for the more important, bigger things that you need. And as we're going, I need you to smash that like button. Smash it if you think this boot is great. Smash it if you think you've been to a better boot. And smash it just for the hell of smashing it. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe right below. But let's continue exploring. But subscribe, because we're gonna have more awesome content coming out. Look, the sky, it's still beautiful. Hey, what shape is that cloud? Can't tell. Do you like shaped clouds? Guess the shape of that cloud. It's weird. Everybody has their own imagination and perspective. Let's keep on going. So in terms of the cars that you have here, look at this. This is, for example, it's a small one, but it's a Mercedes from 2017. You have a lot of good cars, and that's one thing I have noticed so the last time I was here was 4 years ago, so prior to the pandemic and prior to lots of other global events, and I did not see this many good cars coming out to sell their personal things, like for example right over here, selling all their personal things. So obviously it's not 100% an indication, but to me it just looks like people are more tight for cash. So yeah, they are going over here to start selling and making some money. So whereas before some of these people may have just given their things away to charity, now they've decided, actually I'm going to sell some of these things. Even if I make £100, that's still good enough. Or I don't know how much each seller makes, obviously it depends on what they're selling, but I would probably say they don't make any more than £50 just from the prices that you hear. Either the price is quite low, which is what people want, £1, or the price is too high, £20, and nobody's going to buy it. But as you can see, absolutely everything goes. Bras, underwear, even some of the things that you think you will not find, you will find. So there's no shockers. Like for example, I don't know how much that jacket is, but in the shops a jacket like that, River Island, can probably cost like £60 to £100. So of course if you can come over here and buy that for £5, then that's awesome. And for example, if it's it has 1 or 2 marks in it, you can either try getting rid of them yourself, or you can dry clean it for say £15. But either way it's still going to be cheaper for you than buying it from the shops. Excuse me, how much are the blue trainers?
25.
25. Okay. So that was my experience of going to the car boot sale. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a comment below of anything you have ever found at a boot fair, at a flea market, whether it was something really special to you or something really valuable. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos, and give me a big thumbs up, smash that like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!